friends, how you all doing? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a fresh episode of FM22's The Hall of Famer. We are going to carry on with season 15 today, and we're actually finishing today's episode with a cup final. Surprise, surprise. Anyway, we've got lots to talk about in this one, so let's do it. Okay, gang, so last episode we barely played any games. Well, we played 3 games during the course of the episode, but we barely played any games as far as the season was concerned. We'd done our early season stuff, the FA Community Shield, the UEFA Super Cup, and the FIFA Club World Championships. We won 2 of a possible 3, and things were looking up for the season, weren't they? Now, we are going to go all the way to the Carabao Cup Final in today's episode, and that is the game I am going to showcase for you. We are obviously going to be talking about January transfer window, but we're going to get caught up with all of the action, and I can tell you who we drew in the Champions League as well. So the month of August, which was basically, we didn't even do the month of August. 3 Premier League games took place and we won them all by 2-0. Southampton, Leeds United and Aston Villa all met by the sword of West Ham. Or maybe I should have said hammer. That would have made more sense. Anyway, we moved into the month of September, and this is where both the Carabao Cup and Champions League football kicked off. You will see in our Champions League group, we ended up drawing Farol Constanta, Red Bull Salzburg, and the Italian club of Napoli. In the Champions League in this month, we played 2 games. The first was a 4-0 win against Farol Constanta, and then the second was a 3-0 win against Red Bull Salzburg. In the Premier League, we played 3 games as well. We played Liverpool, a 4-1 win, Wolves 5-0, and a Manchester United 1-0 with Pablo Alfonso scoring the winner. The EFL kicked off with a 6-2 victory over bitter rivals Tottenham. Tunk, Sabanda, Makoko, Kabamba and Declan Rice making it a night to remember for the West Ham faithful. We then moved into the month of October, gang, and there was a plenty of goals and games played in this month too. The Premier League, we faced Bournemouth, Preston, Sheffield United and Arsenal and got a win in all of them without conceding a goal. 2-0 against Bournemouth, 2-0 against Preston, 5-0 against Sheffield United and a 2-0 against Arsenal with Tunk and Coates picking up the goals late in the game. We played the Napoli in the Champions League in this month for a 3-0 victory with a Makoko brace. We also played Huddersfield in the EFL 4th round, a heavily rotated team, but you'll see that both Paria and Coates got braces on the night. We then moved into the month of November, and you will see plenty of football played again. All in the Premier League and the Champions League. Champions League, we played Napoli, a 2-1 win, and we got ourselves a 5-3 victory in an absolute barnstormer of a game against Red Bull Salzburg. We then played West Brom, Chelsea, Man City and Newcastle, and we scored in all of them, winning 3 and drawing 1. A 3-1 against West Brom, a 6-0 against London rivals Chelsea, a 2-0 against Manchester City, and a 1-1 against Newcastle. We then moved into the month of December, gang, and it was just around the corner that the January transfer window was a knock-in. We obviously played our Champions League finisher, we played the EFL Cup quarter final, and we played a bunch of Premier League football. Tottenham were the first team up, a 2-0 victory in the Premier League. We also played Brentford in a 6-1 victory. We played Everton in a 1-0, a Crystal Palace in a 1-0, and Preston in a record-breaking 9-1 in the game, with Kabamba, Paria, Papa, Rice, Coates and Cornish all getting on the score sheet. And yes, you're seeing a name there that you don't know. It's because I haven't caught you up on the transfers that finished out the summer. We'll talk about them in the January transfer window. It makes more sense. We played Manchester City in the EFL Cup, a 2-0 victory, Paria and Rice scoring the goals to see us through to the semi-finals once again, and it was a 7-3 victory against Farol Constanta. In this one, Paria, Dold, Rice, Cornish, Coates, Sabanda, we're just scoring so many goals this season. Now, before we move into the month of January, February and that Carabao Cup final, let's take a look at the business we did in the January transfer window. So as far as the rest of the transfers were concerned, this is how things went down, gang. Now, 3 of these all actually took place in the summer. They didn't actually take place in January, but I felt the need to do it in January rather than before the season. I just felt like it made more sense, okay? But as far as players going out, in the summer, you will see no one really left of any warrant, okay? There's just been players being loaned out in the January window and during the course of the season. But as far as players coming in, we did sign ourselves a new centre-back, £28 million up front, going to a possible 68 million. It's a big transfer from Southampton, but it gets us Stuart Cornish, who is going to be a rotational centre-back, and the thing I like about him is that he ticks that homegrown talent box. 22-year-old Englishman with a bag of potential. Now, I can't see that the add-ons are going to get paid anytime soon, because he just isn't going to be one of those players that plays week in, week out, but he's a decent enough player, and I feel like he really added something to the team. Going on to the next transfer, it was out of Tom Overton, and believe it or not, it's another Englishman. We're going for £15 million up front, £40 million potentially with the add-ons, and he comes in from Manchester City, a 20-year-old fullback who I think adds a bag of stuff to the back line for us. I really, really do. I think that he is a really, really top replacement for Trevor Cavell, who left the club earlier in the season. We then move on to our next signing, and it is that of Esmond Desma. He's actually gone out on loan for the remainder of the season to Hearts, but he's a new defensive midfielder / deep line playmaker, which is probably where I see him playing. I think he is a player with a load of potential, and one definitely for the future at just 19 years of age. We then move on to Brian Lee. It's another youngster. He comes in from Celtic, £5 million up front, potentially going to £12 million. I'm going to be honest with you, the scout report made him look a lot better than he was, and then he joined, and then the scout report kind of went down. But I'm looking at the attributes. I think they're all strong enough, and I think that he could be a potentially really good player in the future. He's only 17. It's a lot of money to spend, but I think there's probably return on that investment if it doesn't work out. And then the last of the signings that we made was that of Adrie van der Bogaard, and he is a January signing. He's gone out on loan, though, for the remainder of this season to Vitória de Guimarães. Apologies for the background noise. I do have the window open, gang. And as you can see, he's a very good ball-playing defender / fullback, who I think will be a very good addition to the team. And so, back to the fixtures, ladies and gentlemen, as we go through the month of January, where lots of football was played. As you can see, a bunch of Premier League games, and then some games in the Cup. Really, really good stuff as well, scoring a shed ton of goals. Let's talk about the Cup football first. Chelsea in the Carabao Cup semi-final is who we faced, and we went through 8-0 on aggregate, 6-0 in the first leg, and a 2-0 in the second leg. What on earth has happened to Chelsea in this season? We have battered them every time we've met. Blackburn, we're in the third round of the FA Cup, a 5-1 victory in this. You will see Coates and Pereira with braces on the day. We had Bournemouth 2-0, an Arsenal 1-0, a Huddersfield 3-2, Sheffield United 2-0, an Everton 5-2, and a Crystal Palace 4-0 to absolutely send the fans into another dimension. Absolutely loving life. We then entered the month of February, and we played 4 games before the final. 2 of them in Cup, 2 of them in the Premier League. We had a 4-1 against Leeds and a 3-1 against Southampton in the Premier League. We had a 3-1 in the FA Cup 4th round against Stoke, with Pereira and Tunk putting the club through to the 5th round. And Dortmund were our first knockout round opponents. We beat them by 3-1 in the first leg of the tournament. But now it's time for the Carabao Cup Final. And so here we go, gang. It's time for the Carabao Cup Final. As you all know by now, it's all pre-recorded, okay? So I know what happens. Oh, I think I do. I don't know. I need to probably remind myself. Anyway, Newcastle, early doors, they've nicked the ball off of us and they come forward. Becoming a real thorn in our side, our Newcastle. And I'm going to be honest with you, if it wasn't for West Ham's dominance and the team we've built, I feel like Newcastle would maybe have got closer to potentially winning the Premier League themselves, because they've really, really invested quite nicely in this team, and they're always there or thereabouts in the top 4. That's a good ball through. Nothing's going to come of it. And I just feel like their team is pretty good. Like, they buy the right players at the right time. Like, if we look at their defence, I think that's a really good defence. It's probably getting on a little in age now, because we're quite far into the future in this universe of Football Manager. But it's a good team. It's a really, really good team. That's a ball through. and it's not to be, and it's still there. And Matej Cerny puts Newcastle, I've just been praising, 1-0 up in the game. Unbelievable techers. They have started electric. West Ham haven't got going. As you can see, we are playing Cruz, Afonso, Boxlight and Reichstadt, Neil, Rice, Wright, Kabamba, Quartes, Makoko in the final. Basically trying to reward a lot of the players that have played a lot of football in the tournament this time with a chance to play in the final. Obviously, we'd usually be going with the likes of a Sabamba or potentially a Novalay, a Zikina, but I wanted to give some other players a bit of a go in the final. Got a big English contingent as well with Neil Rice Wright in the final, and we've got some English talent on the bench as well in Overton and Sabanda. So yeah, it's a very good team, very good, very nice in the words of Usyk. Anyway. It's all Newcastle in the first half. 30 minutes gone in the game, and just look at them dominating the possession and the shot count, and looking very, very good value for money. And West Ham are going to need to get going soon, or they might find themselves very far behind in this Carabao Cup final, as they really seem to be struggling. But Alfonso goes back to Gomez, and he's going to go long with this one, something we don't do often. Makoko put the pressure on, and it's not to be, as Newcastle now pick it up in the midfield areas and try to work their way forward up the football pitch. Again, that's not to be. But here we go, as Newcastle pass this out. They're working the ball around nicely. That's come out to Cherney, and that goes over the crossbar. And not a bad effort. It does have to be said. And it's them again. It's all Newcastle as guests now. It's well blocked and it's back to the keeper. It's good defending in the end. Alfonso out to Cruz, and we're passing it around the back, and this worries me. I'm going to be honest with you. But we got good passing ability in sort of every area of the team, but still a bit of a worry. Rice now into Quartes into Rice. It comes back to him. It's patient play from West Ham, but it needs to have some end product, something that we've not seen enough of the team in today's game. That's a ball over the top, and it is Makoko, and he drags it wide. Everybody was expecting the net to bulge, and it doesn't. Just the 2 shots, 1 on target, and 38% of the possession from West Ham in this first half of the Cup. I'm sure every spectator in the ground is very surprised at just how poor this West Ham team have been in the final of the Cup. We are coming to half-time, and it is going to be time for the manager to give them an absolute bollocking. I'm going to apologise for me keep itching my nose and my lip. I don't know. I think I'm getting hot. I'm very hot. It's hot in the UK, and I'm getting all itchy. But anyway, half-time, making changes. Manager not scared to do so. Getting players on he thinks are going to change the game. And Newcastle made changes as well, but Novalay is on for Reece Neal, and it is Kabamba coming forward now. Makoko into Novalay. It's a beautiful pass, and the substitute makes the difference straight away as he enters the football pitch, finding Kabamba, who slots away beautifully to score and bring it level in the Carabao Cup final. It just shows you how important Simeon Novalay is to this team and how he makes it tick from the midfield areas. So much more than a box-to-box player who scores the goals from time to time for the club. He really, really is. He's been electric this season. Everyone's been electric this season, especially in the Premier League. As you've seen from the form, absolutely flying. Could be our most impressive season thus far in the Hall of Famer. Nicholas Wright is going to make way for Zikina, and we're going to go Quartes coming off for Padilla, who's going to play out on that left-hand side. I quite like the striker out there on the left. He has the dribbling, he has the pace, he has the ability to beat a man. So I do quite like him out on the left wing. And it's something I've been employing every now and then when Sabanda's not been fit or he's been injured or whatnot. As I seem to trust him, and he's just got a bit more pace than Quartes, basically. As Raisha comes forward, he gives the ball away. It's not the best of passes, and probably not the best of things to do, considering how good Newcastle have been in the game. As we continue our high press, and we try to close the team down and win the ball back. It's one over the top into Cherney, and he drags his shot, not as composed as he was first time around. But Newcastle are still the better team. Let's not kid ourselves. If we were to go on and find a way to win this, it would very much be a smash and grab, in my opinion, because we've not been good at all in this Carabao Cup final. But you know what they say? A good team can win even on its worst day. So let's just see what happens, shall we? During the course of the rest of this one, we'll go to extra time and penalties if needed. I would like to avoid another penalty shootout. They drive me insane. Felix Dold is going to come on for Declan Rice. We're going to put him at cam and drop Zakina into the midfield, where I think he is strongest. And that's one more sub to make should we want to. But for now, those are the changes that we're hoping are going to affect the game for West Ham. We enter the last 10 minutes of the game, and it's 1-1, and Newcastle very much the better team. We're going to go very attacking. We're going to sling all the players forward, and we're just going to hope for the best now and see if that can help us just drive the pressure on in the last 5 minutes and grab a winner for West Ham, hopefully, to retain the Carabao Cup. It's a cup we've never lost since reaching finals. We absolutely love the competition. That's a lovely one too, with Padilla, who drives forward up the wing. A ball comes in, and it's well saved, and it's bobbling around, and it's Simeon Nobile. He changes the game for West Ham. An assist for the first goal, and scores the potential winner in the Carabao Cup Final. It's such an effort. What a goal. And what a piece of play. Since going attacking, look how close the statistics have been drawn level. Which basically all we need to do sometimes is just absolutely just drive at the teams and really go for it. 9 times out of 10 we have the better players. And once again we have proved that we are the better team on the day. And that is that, gang. We are pretty much done. I just want to show you the Premier League table and get you up to date. Now, we've just won the Carabao Cup against Newcastle. I've got to be honest with you, are becoming a bit of a pain in the arse. We've meet them in the final a lot. But we are up in the Champions League, so that is very much still on the cards. And as far as the Premier League is concerned, that impressive form means that we have won 26 of the 27 games played, 79 points on the board, and a goal difference of 71, plus 71 after just 27 games played. At this early stage of the season, Yusufa Moukoko once again sits on 30 goals for the season, 12 assists and an average rating of 8.34. I say it every single episode, but the man is a cheat code. I would be amazed if he's this good on FM23. Andre Gomez, 18 clean sheets from 27 games. Basically, there's just not many teams that get close to us anymore. And so there you have it, my friends. We're done and dusted for another episode of FM22's The Hall of Famer. Next time is the last episode of this current season. And then after that, I believe there's only 6 episodes left. Can you believe that? Then this series is done and dusted. I have loved this series, and you all seem to be enjoying the shorter format as well as we go forward. And I really, really appreciate you giving it a chance, gang. I know it's not the same as it was, but I feel like this, as I've said many times, is the best way to see this series out. And it's also a bit of a tester for the content that is to come when FM23 drops. But anyway, my friends, I'm done and dusted. Subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the Football Manager content and you want to see more. Drop a like on it if you've enjoyed it. But until next time, I'm going to give you a little salute. Stay safe, stay humble. See you real soon.